What's up, guys? It's Kiana, and let me just say that I am having a terrible day. First of all, I have the worst headache in the world. We just moved into our Airbnb, and when I got home, my husband surprised me with like wine and snacks, and he bought me 3 bottles of wine that I've been desperately wanting to try. Yeah, baby. I'm talking to the camera. So anyways, I left them in the freezer all night. Long story short, we got up this morning, and then when we got up and we got showered, dressed, and all of that, and left the house. I forgot the bottles of wine, so of course, rushing back to the house, got back home, and realized all of a sudden, boom, there is wine everywhere. So my bright idea was like, oh well, it's just wine, it'll be fine, you know, I can just scrape it in there. Until I started eating with my wine spoon, there are shards of glass in there from this one bursting. This one looks fine, and I'm gonna try to salvage me some wine slushy, and this one, only the top popped out. Only the top popped out, so I am going to just wait for it to thaw or whatever it's gonna do and have me some wine. So welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be sipping on wine. I'm gonna make you guys some ramen. So I am very stressed. This move has been so stressful, but we're in the hotel, so the hard part is done. Now we just have like heck of stuff to do. Gonna clean up this wine, and y'all should see the freezer. Do you want to? I have this whole like tour . Yeah, so I have this whole Airbnb house tour set up for you guys, for me to show you guys my Airbnb, because it's really cool. It's super cute. Like, anybody would want to stay here, but of course I bust 2 bottles of wine and freaking freeze the 3rd one. I am exhausted, but I'm gonna show you guys how I make my ramen, and we're gonna drink some wine, eat some wine, and we're going to call it a day. Yeah, I'm just washing my hands to get ready to prep for cooking. I'm starting with some bok choy and some green onions. I really like bok choy a lot, so it's really good. I guess some people would say it's like a Japanese spinach, but I don't see it that way. But I don't know. I'm just removing it from the bulb, and then I'm going to wash it. taking 3 green onion stalks, cutting off the little bulb at the end, I'm doing mostly the green and the white part. The light green and the white part, because I think that's what you're supposed to use, but I don't mind using the entire green onion because I love it. It is delicious. I'm getting my water prepped, and you gotta swirl it because that makes the pot fill up faster, but not too much or it'll fall out. Of the dark green parts because I don't care either way. I just like green onions. Now I'm going to cut the stalks off of my bok choy because I don't think you're supposed to eat those. Pretty sure. I don't know. I had an ex that would like make me ramen with bok choy in it, and she would saute it, and I'm pretty sure she took the bulbs off. But we're just chopping it. I was originally going to saute the bok choy and the green onions, but I just decided to throw it all in the pot due to laziness. To our water, we're going to start seasoning it, and we're going to use some onion powder that was extremely hard to open. Alright, finally, we're going to put the onion powder in the water. And I don't really measure it, I just kind of sprinkle until I feel like it's enough. Onion powder is a pretty forgiving seasoning unless, you don't like onions, but I do, so there's that. Next, I'm going to do some garlic powder, which I had to buy all new seasonings because, all of my seasonings got given away and thrown away and stuff with DMO, so we had to buy small seasonings for us to be able to cook in the Airbnb. Added the garlic powder, and we're going to add some low sodium chicken broth. I probably should have got full sodium because at the end It wasn't really as salty as I like my ramen, but it was still pretty good. So now we're going to throw in our green onions, just scrape them inside of the pot of water and chicken stock. And you can use like all chicken stock if you want to, but honestly I forgot that I had bought it and I didn't want it to go to waste, so I added it to the water that I had already seasoned. And I didn't want to pour the water out because I had already seasoned it, plus I didn't want to have to wait for it to reboil again. So yeah, so we just put our green onions in there, and this is when I decided I'm not going to saute the bok choy. I'm just going to throw it in with the broth and let it simmer. I'm chopping up more green onions because I am obsessed. Next thing we're going to do is try to attempt to open a bottle of wine that does not want to open for me, so I call for help. And in the meantime, while we're waiting on our help, since the water, the stock in water is boiling, we're going to take our top ramen, 2 packs, which is more than enough for me. I can actually eat 2 packs by myself, but that's neither here nor there. That don't matter. We're going to take our top ramen and we're going to put it inside of the stock and move the wine bottle out of the way so that you can see. Thank you, Kiana. We're going to not throw away our seasoning packets because we are also going to add that into the broth. As you can see, our noodles are bubbling away and it looks delicious. I am starving. We're going to attempt again to open up this bottle of wine until my reinforcement comes and opens it for me because I am so bad at opening wine bottles. Really bad. Thankfully, I have a very strong husband who has no issues with them whatsoever. Now I'm just going to pour me a glass because I've had the most stressful day ever. That was one of the bottles that had bursted, but he went out to go get another one for me to try, and it was really good. I can't talk ever. I suck. But here we are, just playing with our noodles. And now we're going to put the seasoning packets in so that we can nom nom nom. Yeah, I gotta slap it. That's how you got the, that's how you get the full flavor of the seasonings. You gotta thump it and slap it 3 times. It's foolproof, I swear. So now we're just gonna clean up a bit. Get everything out of the way. Put the lid on the pot. Make sure everything's all I guess clean or whatever. We're just gonna go grab a bowl. My hair really needs to be washed. But I have a video on that for you guys up soon. Sooner than later, hopefully. Now we're just going to poorly ladle soup and noodles into a bowl. It is extremely hot. They didn't have tongs here for us, so I had to use a fork to get all my noodles into the bowl, and the bowl was really hot, so I was splashing it everywhere. It got on me, the counter, everything, and it was just a struggle. And I'm gonna put more broth in it because I love noodles. This is the final outcome. It turned out really, really good. I wish it was a little bit more salty, but overall pretty good. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.